through the silence to the center. If you're wondering what this is many. We must realize, first of all, that we are in the quest of wholeness. Everything that we see and most that we experience is related to something else. Everything is an exhibit of parts. We are to strive to enter into a feeling of the essence from which all this multiplicity proceeds. We are after an attunement with the Absolute. This can never be secured objectively, but only within, where the relationship of things find their relator. We must pass by the portals of sense, beyond thought into feeling. The eistic consciousness may be gotten by love, but by thought never. It is the realm of the intuitions that we find the more than self, the proofless proof of life. Here is the light eternal. Once ex-captive friend came to the great spiritual leader, Debendranath Tagore, the father of the poet, and said, "You talk of spirit, ever and again of spirit. What proof is there that there is a spirit at all?" Tagore pointed to a light and asked his friends, "Do you know what that is?" "Light, of course." "How do you know that there is a light there?" "I see it. It needs no proof. It is self-evident. So is the existence of spirit. I see him, within and without me, in everything and through everything, and it needs no proof. It is self-evident." In the silence, on is not after proofs, but only after that which to the soul will be self-evident. A vision of the whole, and finally union with the whole. And as the very climax of life is reached when we can, on the one hand, express in the word of the relative, and on the other be conscious of the wholeness of the self, let us not be disturbed if it takes time fully to realize ourselves in either direction. We must find our place in both worlds, the outer and the inner. At the same time, most of us get so entangled up in the world of effects that it takes effort to move into the world of cause. Concentration and meditation. The first step, the 5 steps mentioned here, are similar to Miss Underwood's analysis of the mystic's consciousness. Therefore, to the mystic consciousness is concentration. We must bring the mind to one point of interest and keep it there. Our purpose is to center the mind exclusively on the desired object, the recognition and realization of the divine presence. To this end, we may, if we wish, make statements leading in this direction. I affirm the oneness of being and my unity with the all. The Father and I are one. I am entering into the secret place of the Most High, where I may abide under the shadow. I know I believe in the love which Spirit hath in me. Spirit is love, etc. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts off fear, because fear hath punishment, and he that fear is not made perfect in love. We love because he first loved us, etc., etc. If I know myself, I know the Spirit also. From henceforth I know him and have seen him. These are all affirmations. One-pointedness. Let me say here that these and similar statements, which we all will make as expressing our determination to know spirit and to realize him, are not to be made merely at some stated time, nor are we to seek this realization for the moment only. We must continuously practice the idea of a real and vital presence. We find this wonderfully accomplished in the life of Brother Lawrence, the medieval saint. He claimed that the practice of the presence of spirit is the greatest rule for a holy life. His wandering thoughts, I will say lovely life instead of holy. His wandering thoughts were again and again brought back to the one-pointed desire to realize the presence. It is this fixity of purpose or monoidealism that strongly impresses itself upon the field of the inner consciousness, where there is complete realization of the connection between the self and spirit. Unity with the spirit, with the absolute, can be had only by determinate desire and the continuous subjection of the mind to this one idea, that I may know him. Gradually we shall be enabled to withdraw from consciousness of the relative more and more into the quiet state of mind in which the voice can speak to us. By maintaining this attitude of expectancy, the mind is at length brought to a certain poised calm, which the mystic has called the quiet of the soul. The quiet of the soul. By a proper effort of will, the mind can be brought into a quiescent state wherein the busy call of heart is stilled, and the noise and clatter of sense is forgotten. The wild throbbing pulse of my spirit, so troubled with heart's din and strife, is stilled in the presence of stillness, serene in this temple-like place. A peace seems to press all around me and hold me in loving embrace. Having reached this delightful solitude of the soul, many mistake it for the ultimate, and there rest in the untroubled sea of silence. They are, however, still only in a mental state. Yes, some believe themselves to be already in the silence, and seek to do the work of healing on this plan. But the great healing power is not found here, nor is the true mystic after quiescence. He is after realization, so he passes through the antechamber into the temple. And I will make another video because it's long.